Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you're connecting from. Excited to have you on the show today, making a difference every day with Sandra Maid. And today we have a special guest, Dr. Ola Adewale. But before I bring her on board, I'll just go straight into introducing what the show is all about and introducing myself, making a difference every day. We are called that to be a difference maker. We're called that to make a difference in our world. We're called that to, stand out, to shine, to glow, to be a blessing, to be, a peculiar, unique being, an extraordinary being. That's what we call that to be. And today, I have a guest who'll be sharing a story, how she's making a difference in her world, what's the importance of having a mentorship, how's it affected her on the positive, and helping her in our journey to become the best person God has called us to be our best version. And today she'll be joining us in a short while. She'll be introducing herself. But before I bring her on board, let me quickly do an introduction of myself. My name is Sandra Uko. I'm a leadership coach, speaker, and trainer. I'm a best-selling author, a sales expert of over 20 years in the IT industry. I'm also a member of the Toastmasters International as the Vice President, Public Relations, and also an area director. And just recently got gifted the Presidential Lifetime Award. I'm excited today, and I'm excited to have our guest with me today. Join me in welcoming our guest this evening. Thank you so much. So great to have you, Ma.
Hi, good afternoon. It's
Yeah,
afternoon here. Good
yeah.
afternoon.
Okay, we're in EST zone. That's why.
Yes, I'm in
Okay.
EST.
So great to have you, Ma. We'd like to know you. We'd like you to do an introduction of yourself because I believe that the people who will bring in here are better able to introduce themselves and tell us what they're doing in their world.
Well, my name is Dr. Ola Adewale, and I am originally a public health specialist because
Great.
that's what I studied in school. I'm actually an epidemiologist. And of course, one of the things I hear when I say, oh, I'm an epidemiologist, everybody's like, epi what? Well, epidemiologist, I just tell them, if you remember COVID, then you know what an epidemiologist is. We were the ones that were in charge of tracking COVID and the people that had COVID. That's what an epidemiologist does. And right now, I'm still working in the public health field. And just like you, I'm also an author. I wrote a book titled The On Time God. And of course, when you, if you ask me who is Ola, Ola is just Ola. Ola is just, yes, a professional on one side, a child of God on the other side. I always tell people I work in a triangle: home, home, church, store. Home, church, store. That's how I do. That's my life.
Awesome.
So that's my life. And that's it. I've been an epidemiologist for almost 18, I'm going to 16 years now. I've been in
Awesome.
public health, and that's where I find my passion in public health because I am somebody that likes to help people. And that was one of the reasons why I went into public health. Why? Because it's not like regular medicine. Regular medicine is one on one. I go to the doctor treats me, I go to the hospital treats me. But when it comes to public health, it's actually looking at a global level. It's looking at how can we make life better for people. And that was one of my interests. And that was why I decided to choose public health. And that's the part I've been on for the past 16, 17 years now.
Awesome. Great to have you on the show. Great, great. I'm also a
Absolutely.
science-based person too. I'm into cell biology and genetics.
Oh, okay.
So it's great having you on this show, man. And today I want to find out what's the role and the importance of having a model, a mentor in one's journey.
I think for me, having a mentor helps you to define where you're going because no man is an island. No
True.
man knows everything. If you think you know everything, then you don't know anything.
Sure.
So that's why it's important because where you want to get to, sometimes somebody has been there. I am
True.
one person, even when I was working in with the government, I always tell them I don't reinvent the wheel. And what do I mean by that? If I need, let's say I need a paper to be written, and you have written that paper, why do I want to waste my time or bother myself about writing that paper when I can come to you and say, hey, Miss Sandra, I want to see that paper. Let me see if I can get something out of it. Or maybe it's even a letter that you've already drafted. Why do I want to draft another one? I can
True.
come to you and say, let me. So, what you want to do really, somebody has been there before. Yes, I know that we have the people that we call inventors. Yes, there are people like that. But it's important to have a mentor because your mentor guides you. Your mentor helps you to stay on path. I, for one, when I was in public health was new to me. So I knew back then, even as I know now, that I need a mentor in that field. And so while I was working, my supervisor was very great. She had been in the field for almost 15 years when I started. So why would I not learn from her? So she was my mentor, and she was the one that taught me what I know today and where I am today. So it's important to have a mentor because they help you to stay on the right path. They help you to not to make mistakes. And then networking. If you don't have a mentor, you might not be able to get into some places you need to get to because
True.
your mentor is your network plug. And that's what it is here. You have to network, network, network. So there are some places your mentor will be able to connect you to simply because they've been in that field for a while. So,
Awesome. That's a great one. Having a mentor, having a network plug, someone who can connect you to where, and someone who is your spokesperson too. Such a
yes,
person can be your spokesperson in a panel, in an
that's right.
interview, like when you're defending your project or something. He's a spokesperson because he's your mentor. He
Yeah,
knows your capabilities, what you can do, and is there to speak for you. And you rightly said, with a mentor, you do not need to reinvent the wheel. You can ride on their wings to get to wherever you need to get, even more
exactly.
faster and better. You can build on what they have existing and do a better job.
Yes,
So
that's true.
great. Thank you for that. And who are your mentors?
Like I said, my supervisor, my
Okay.
former, I'll call her my former supervisor because she's no longer my supervisor now. And it's interesting you mentioned something about the project. That's one of my mentors as well. My chairperson for my dissertation when I did my master's is actually one of my mentors. And just like you said, she was my defense in that defense.
Sure.
So, yeah, she was my
Sure.
defense
Because
in
they know
that
you
defense.
better.
Yes. So,
Yes.
yes.
So they're able to
Those are
speak
two mentors
on your
that,
behalf.
yes. And then, of course, I have a spiritual mentor as well. My pastor is my spiritual mentor as well.
Like I
So,
will often tell people, you can have as many mentors depending on
oh,
the areas
yes.
you're looking at. You can
You
have a
can,
financial
yes.
mentor, you can have a spiritual mentor, career
Mhm.
mentor, job
Yes.
related,
You can
business
even have an
related
emotional
mentors.
mentor. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you can have mentors as much as you like. Because, for instance, like I said, I'm in public health. I'm also a realtor. I'm an author, and so if I decide to have a mentor in each field, that I would even say have a mentor in each field that you are interested in, because there are people that have gone ahead of you.
Yeah, that's a good one, ma'am. Can you describe a particularly challenging project that you undertook and how you overcame that obstacles?
The project I overtook is writing my book.
Oh my God. So tell us
Writing my
about it.
book, it was a challenge in the sense that I have a friend. She would always tell me, when are you going to write this book? Because I've been saying I want to write this book. I knew I had that book on the inside of me. And I've been saying, oh, I want to write it. I want to write it for God knows how long. So she's always asking me when she sees me, when are you going to start writing this book? So I would say that was a challenge. But the good thing was that thank God for COVID, because when COVID struck and we were all at home doing nothing, just waiting for COVID to clear, that was when I actually sat down and I was able to pour out what was inside of me into the book. And yes, even with COVID, with you having all that time on your hand, I wouldn't say I was writing every day. If I say that, I'll be lying. I wasn't like writing every day. And so I had this other friend that kind of challenged me. So every day she would ask me, what did you do about the book today? And I'll tell her, well, I was able to write one page. She'll be like, oh, yeah, you did something. So she was my encourager. Even some days when she calls and I say, oh, I didn't do anything, I just proofread one page. She'll say, well, you did something. At least you're moving forward. So I
Oh,
had
that's
to
awesome.
tell myself that, look, yes, it was challenging, but I told myself it was possible. And I said to myself, one of the things that was a driving force for me was this. I said, it will be a shame that these 2.5 years or even 2 years of COVID will go and you did not achieve anything. That
Hmm.
so even if this is all you will achieve in these 2 years that you're sitting at home, then go ahead and do it. And that was how I challenged myself. And so by the time COVID was done, the book was ready and it was just proofreading and publication and all that.
Awesome, awesome. You can see the importance of an accountability partner, having
Yes.
someone who can hold you accountable.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
never had that accountability partner, maybe you would never. And she
Maybe.
was also like an encourager, telling you, oh,
Yes.
you did something, you did something,
Yes, she
and
was.
that's the essence of having people who can talk to you, having the right people around your circle. Like I tell people, there are three things that make a man: the things and the resources you allow inside of you.
That's
What do
true.
you expose yourself? What movie? What things do you watch? Who are the three people who speak into your life? Who are the five friends you can show me that I can tell, oh, these are great friends. These friends will motivate you to your
Mm,
next level.
that's true.
Where is the environment you grow? If you're in an environment where it's not conducive, you'll be stunted. You will not grow
Yes.
well. So
Yes.
those things really matter. So having the right people around you,
That's
friends who
very
can speak
important.
to your face when you're not doing right, friends who can tell you, "Oh my God, you're doing great." Friends
Mm-hmm.
who are encourager, like the Toastmasters I belong to. We have what you call the constructive feedback. It's a
Okay.
network group. It's a group where
Yeah.
you come to speak. When you have speeches, like you have a competition to go, you have a speaking gig, you can just, bring your speech in the Toastmasters and, rehearse over time. And you
Okay.
get constructive feedback.
Yes.
Even though you're not doing right, they would give you
That's the key.
feedback to improve you.
Yes. That's very important. Constructive feedback. Some people just give you feedback, but they don't make it constructive. So at the end of the day, it's almost like they're putting you down and then they don't
Hmm.
have a solution to it. And
They,
that's why
they, they should be
sometimes,
the
yeah,
shaft and the, oh, you did well, but in this
yes,
other area, you can improve.
exactly,
And in
exactly.
so doing, you go back and put more effort to see how you can
Yes,
get better. And the moment you come again the next time for another presentation, you probably would have done better than
that's
what
true.
you did in the past.
I
So
agree.
that's a good one. So I want to just take a minute break and we're back.
Okay.
Are you thinking of how to publish your book on Amazon or how to get your published book to become an Amazon bestseller book? Dip Insight Books is the perfect in-between solution in transforming your ideas into a book. We can help you with all the complicated parts of publishing, such as process TO transformation. What we do: full manuscript evaluation, receive quality assurance edit, full copy edit and final proofread to remove spelling and grammar mistakes, oversee your cover design, create your interior layout, publish and distribute your book, lock down your marketing strategy. Ghostwriting, where there is no manuscript. Our goal is to help you publish your book promptly. Contact us today at 404-740-9091. Email us at info@dipinsightworld.com. To start the submission process, check us out at www.books.dipinsightworld.com and submit your details. You can visit our Facebook page at Dip Insight World.
So thank you so much, Ma. Welcome back.
Yes.
Thank you so much. What role does community organization, organized support play in your process, in your success?
Oh, to me, community is very important. And I say that because, especially with us that are coming from different countries into this country, some of us come and we don't have families here. I, for instance, I don't have any family member in the United States. The closest family, well, let me take that back. Let me take that back. I don't have a close member in Georgia. And for the longest part, it was just me by myself. It's just recently that I have a cousin and a brother in Houston, but I've always been by myself. So, who are my community? It's my church. That's where my community is. If I need anything today, I'm almost sure, yes, I now have built relationships over the years because I've been around for a while. So yes, I have some people that I've built rapport with, and we can call ourselves family. We're not just friends again, we're family. But then
True.
the community that I know that God forbid I need anything or something happens today, and they tell my pastor that, oh, Ola is so, 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 so. Before that day is over, I can tell you, not jokingly, I can tell you that at least almost 50 people will show up, and I'm positive about that, because that's the community, that's my family. I tell people I don't play with my church. That's my family. That's a
Yeah, that's your
family
community.
I
Yeah, that's your first community.
that's my
Yeah.
first community. So it's very important. And I always tell people, you have to go out of your way. Don't just wait. Go out of your way, especially when you're in a country that you don't know anybody. You have to be friendly to receive friends. I know, yes, you have to be careful, but at the same time, you have to go out there to make friends in the place of work. I have people today that I met in my place of work, and today I can say that we are best of friends. But I never knew them from anywhere. We met at work, our spirit was in sync, and that's how we took up, and we've been friends now since 2007.
You see?
Yes, and
And
we
it
met
is said
at
that
work.
who wants a friend must first of all show himself friendly.
Yes, even the Bible says that. So, so yeah, community to me is very important. You know, like I said at the beginning, no man is an island. If you, no man is like Ireland, you have people around you to help you, to support you. Sometimes that's all the support system you have. It's your community, whether it's family community, whether it's church community, whether it's even school community. Because you might be in school, you might have some groups that you belong to. It might even be your workplace. You can build a community even in your workplace. So yes, so for me, community is very important.
Awesome. 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 Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate. And the essence of having a community cannot be overemphasized. It
At
is really
all.
necessary that we have people we can plug in, people we can run to in the case of problem. And that's why God, the Bible says God places the solitary in communities. You
Yes.
understand? So it takes you plugging into the right community. Once you get to a place you don't know anybody, where's the first community you reach out to? As believers, the church is the first place we reach out to because we
Yeah.
know that we are of one faith, we need help from this person.
That's
And you
correct.
can, at least in a way, trust them to a certain extent than a
Yes.
total stranger. So I want to thank you for your time, Mara, and I also want to thank our viewers who have been on this show. If this is your first time of being here, please kindly like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please share. It is said that a leader is one who knows it and shares it with others. We don't want to keep information with ourselves. We are meant to be a blessing. We're not meant to be others, you know. Those who give tend towards abundance, and those who keep the more than that is necessary tends toward poverty. So whatever you have that's been a blessing and helping you to run your journey and to do well in whatever endeavor, please, you want to share, you want to be a blessing to the world. So I want to thank our guest. Thank you so much, man, for making that
Thank you
time.
for having me. It was a
And I would have
pleasure.
loved to go further, but I just thought that our time was
I
is fast
understand.
running. But I just said, let me just call nip it here and just say thank you to everyone. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, man. Looking forward to having more sessions with you as the time
A
permits.
pleasure. Thank you for
Thank you
having
so much,
me.
man. Do
Have a
have a
blessed,
blessed evening.
you too. Have a blessed.
Bye.
Bye.